Okay. All right. So this is Calendly. When you sign in, calendly.com, it's free. You can get a free account. I pay for the first tier, which I think is $10 a month. It's not expensive, but with $10 a month, you can get one Google Calendar integrated. Now, if your staff shares this calendar and it's the meeting calendar, then this is not a problem. So everyone can use the same calendar for Google. If you use the same on iCal, same type of thing applies. You have one person who integrates it themselves into their account and shares that calendar with everyone, then you're good. So what we've done is I'm just going to show you the back end of Calendly, how I use it. I use it for podcasting, for coaching, for client meetings. So I have several different types of events. If you have the free account, you only get one of these. But it's pretty powerful, and if all you need is one type of an event, I'm going to show you how to set one up. So let's say I need to get a new client meeting type for my 8-bit communication. So I'm actually going to, instead of hitting new, I'm going to copy this one and clone this event type. And I'm going to call it the client meeting for 8-bit. That's my communications company. Now I have set up the location as Zoom. So when you get this, you can integrate Zoom this way. That's what I've done. And then I can say what I want this to be. Find a time that works for you to spend about 45 to 60 minutes discussing your project with a site director. That's for communication, church comm team with our team. Let's just change it for this. So I have this, how do I want this to go? Client meeting, let's call this 8-bit. That's all I want the end to be. 8-bit, I can change the color. Let's make it purple because, why not? Well, it's blue. Blue is a better color. That's what it is. So save and close. So now my event is set up. Now I can change all the different things about this event. So when I send this off to people, let's view the live page. This is what it looks like now. It's not valid. Come on. When can people book this event? Because I haven't set some things up. I can say it's a 45-minute meeting or custom. I can say over 60 days, they can set up meetings 60 days out. I can edit that here at date range, time zone. I'm in Central Time. And then we get here with this calendar. I can change these times. When I click that, I can say from here to here, you can set up any event in that time frame. And you're like, well, that's 45 minutes. That's not really going to even out. I'll show you. This is a really cool thing. Since it's integrated with my calendar, it won't allow me to overbook or double book or overlap meetings. Wherever they pick, it's a 45-minute block, and the next available is when it will show up. So it's really, really cool. You can also say, I'm unavailable at this time, but that's not what I want to do. So let's click that again. From 9 to 10:30 and from 1 to 5, we can set up a meeting with me. All right, let's say because I want to have lunch and a life in between. I got work to do. If I want to change things, I could say it applies only to this date or apply it to all Mondays. It's really cool. If I want to do a new interval, I could set up a time frame or just do all day. It's really, really simple to set up the days and apply to multiple days or multiple calendars. So if I want to do that same setup and say, make that Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all of the days, I can do that as well. Or specific days. Here's where I want to do it. Here's where I want to do it. Here's where I want that. Here's where I want that. I can do all that in Calendly and then just hit apply. So multiple powerful options for scheduling when you're available. So if you've got a standard meeting that happens every week, this is really easy to get around that, and no one can schedule time with you during that meeting. So it's very, very helpful. When you go over here to advanced, you'll see increments. What kind of increments do I want to be able to schedule this? Do I want to be able to schedule only on the hour, or could I have one every 15 minutes? Like I said, if you schedule a 45-minute meeting at 6:15, then from 6:15 to 7, no one else can schedule things. But if I schedule it for 6:30, then from 6:30 to 7:15, no one else can schedule things. You see what I'm saying? It's the increment. And then I can even say, how many of these a day do I even want to get? How many of these per day? So if 2 per day is enough, then set 2, and they won't schedule. Once 2 of them are done, it shuts that day down completely, and nobody can schedule anymore. And then, this is really important, how many hours ahead can they schedule? So you don't want to have a meeting scheduled with you. You're in the middle of something. Oh, I have a meeting in 30 minutes that just got scheduled. Oh no, I have to drop everything. That's not helpful. So I set it to be 6 hours away. So if somebody in the early day says, hey, I want to schedule a meeting with you, they can probably get one with me, but it at least gives me a day to set up and get ready and understand what the meeting's about. Because of what I do, it's just helpful to have that. You may say I need at least 2 hours. Depends on what you've got. Then you can have a buffer before and after the event, so that Calendly, when you've got several back to back, it has a 15-minute increment. So I said it's scheduled, let's say at 6 o'clock. No one can schedule anything from 6 to 6:45, but then they're going to say, let's make it 6:55. This is the next available time. But since it's a 15-minute increment, it's probably going to go ahead and push it to 7 so that you've got that extra buffer time in there. That makes sense? It's just smart that way. And then you can say, is this a secret event or is this something people can just find? I would leave it up. So hit save and close. Then we get to like what is actually sent in the email. What do you need to know from them? You can add questions, change up what type of question it is. Lots of different options here. Really powerful. What does it say? Add guests, all kinds of things. And then that's what's going to be sent for them to fill out when they sign up for your meeting. What do you need to know from them? In this one, email, name, I'm probably anything that helped prepare for a meeting. I'm probably going to need to know, I'll say what, let's say radio buttons. Let's do checkboxes. What type of help do you need? And then I can make it required, and the checkboxes can be website, SEO, coaching, that's not how you spell that, coaching, add another, well, that's not coaching, social media. That's pretty much all of them, and then other. Now I've got it. Apply. All right, so there you go. Now they have to select one of these. And I don't like where that is, so I'm going to go here and drag it to here. Anything else that will help prepare for the meeting. Now I can say, all right, yeah, that's what I need from them. Save and close. All right, so then on the notifications, I can say personalize, which allows them to put their names in. They can do email confirmations, email reminders. I've got that inactive. Let's turn that on. And I can say, how much do I want that to happen? Here's what it looks like, all kinds of options. Email follow-up. Do I want to follow up after the event is over? Nah, don't really have to do that. But when I do my coaching, I do want like, hey, let's set up your next call. Like you can do that. Use a no reply email address. I don't really have to do that. And then you can set up text reminders if you have a pro account, which I don't. Then you can show the cancellation policy. If you need to cancel, it's going to just basically include the cancel and reschedule links in the notification. So when it sets up the calendar invite, it'll be in there. In the email it sends them, it'll be in there. Really simple. Calendly is awesome. Confirmation page, once they sign up, just I say display that one, or I can do an external site of my own if I'm really, really insane. Don't need that. And then you can even collect payments, which I don't. So now let's look at our page. Let's view it live. Oh, I haven't made it active yet. That's why. I was like, what? Here we go. Turn the event on. There we go. Now let's view the live page. All right, so this is what it looks like when you send a link to someone. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. They can pick times. We're on the 31st, so let's look at the days of the next month. Here's all the available days. So I pick a date. Let's go to the 1st. It drops these times. Check it out. See how they're in increments of 15 minutes? I can set up a time and meet. The last meeting's at 4:15 because that's 45 minutes before 5, where I said that's when I wanted to meet to. I said I wanted my afternoon to be 1 o'clock to 5. So it's not going to schedule a meeting at 5. It's going to schedule meetings up to 5. See what I'm saying? Protects you. It protects you from having meetings that go late. It's really, really great. You have your logo and your really cool graphic and blah, blah, blah. All right, so pick a time that works for you, and then I'll always put in the email, like, make sure Zoom is updated and you have headphones for the meeting, because that, like something like this microphone on the headphones works better than the microphone that's on your MacBook. I have this microphone, so I always set that up. But make sure they've got good audio and a quiet place, that kind of thing. You remind them of it, all that good stuff. So that's what the page looks like. Let's go to our events page now. When you go to the home page, you will see, here's how you share your event. It's great. Very, very cool. Here's my new meeting, client bit 8-bit. Client meeting 8-bit. You see the little URL there, what it is. I just hit copy link and I can share it. If you want to copy that link, you can edit it, internal notes, templatize that, add it to a website through an embed code, all these different options. Come on, dude. I was just trying to click out of it. If you do this drop down, you can create a single use or add times to the email directly in the email that you want to give. So if you want to send this to them, you can say, I'll add some times that you can choose. It's a cool feature, but I don't use it much. Anyway, that's basically how you use Calendly for different types of meetings. So a check-in meeting, a staff meeting, if you're a counselor, you have counseling meetings, it's a great tool for you. If you have a lot of lunch meetings, when you get back to normal, this is a great tool for you. If you are, and I'm getting no money on this, so this is not an affiliate link. I should get an affiliate link, but this is just because I use it and it's great. Right now, a great use for this for your staff is use this account to book like meetups with small groups, or allowing your staff to connect and use your Zoom software, so you're not all using, if you're using the same account, so you're not all booking over each other and using the Zoom software at the same time and getting in trouble. So anyway, hopefully Calendly is helpful for you. I love it. I use it all the time, and I hope this was helpful.